All right, this is part three. Going a little up tempo on this part. So basically, it's this: false flags. The United States government wants to get rid of anybody that is an actual threat to them before this agenda takes place. The agenda is world domination, one world government. Period. If you don't believe me, there's actually put like this. I heard from different sources. Usually it was Vietnam vets, and seen it on independent news. That did you know that the vehicles that was used in Iraq, Afghanistan, the armored vehicles were sent back to the States, not decommissioned. They were spread out throughout the United States, and they're not decommissioned. So basically, the government is preparing for something major to happen in the United States. But no one believes that. It's impossible. They would not turn on the United States citizens. Okay, if you don't believe that, look what the government is doing to African American communities across the country. The Democrats are purposely destroying African Americans as a majority, where there's little to no threats. And speaking of threats, now, have you heard of the Navy team? No, I can't even say it right because it's wow. I still can't believe it. But the Navy SEALs, Team 6, these elite soldiers, the entire team is deceased. They got murdered. But yet, how can someone basically with Pee Wee Herman style skills murder an entire team of Navy SEALs? I mean, look it up. Just to look it up. I don't want to go too much into that, but look up the fact that this entire team, elite team, are deceased. But you know why they were deceased? Let's put it like this. At least 6 of them was capable of hitting a target with a rifle at 3 miles away. Why would you kill or purposely have someone kill these elite soldiers that can basically your best snipers? Well, think about it. If it was a mutiny or uprising or people against the government, you want to kill the ones who was able to kill you. So that's why the African American community is being destroyed. Because African Americans, we actually like to fight back. We like to fight. I ain't gonna lie, it's in our blood and genetics, what you want to call it. So if you destroy people who will actually rebel easily, because they feel like it's gonna be another part, slavery part 2, even though slavery has never ended, it's easy to do now. It's easy to control and destroy the African Americans in this country more so than fish in a barrel with a shotgun. It's just that easy. And right now, African Americans, they don't even see it happening. No one does. I mean, truthfully, I can say no one does. Non-African Americans see the government purposely destroying the African American community. But when a non-African American tells us this, a lot of African Americans, no, majority if not most, will sit there and rebel against what they're saying to them, trying to say to them. That the government is purposely destroying you, an agenda to basically make us almost like an endangered species. We're like, basically, we're not even on the totem pole to even be seen. We're the dirt underneath the totem pole in this country. But you don't hear this from African American leaders or popular African Americans, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Oprah, hell, don't even mention Al Sharpton, not even our president. You're not going to hear this. You're not, because the agenda is to destroy the African American community because we're a threat. We're like zombies. If you think about it, African Americans in the African American communities are like zombies. We're not smart, go around just like doing nothing, just violent acts as a majority. Now, people say, well, that's not true. You can't say all. I'm not saying all. I said majority. I'm going to talk about percentage. What percentage of African Americans are actually doing something positive to those who are doing something negative? Percentage. Every time someone says majority or most, no one actually says all, because it's not all. But is it majority? Yes. It's majority of African Americans going around doing stupid shit purposely made and contribute by our government for the reason to get us out the way of rebellion. So, impossible agenda? No. It's not impossible to control African Americans. No, it's not. It's very possible. So I'm going to leave it right there because somebody go get something to eat. My throat fucking dry. But I'll be back in part 3. Holla.